Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
Hello. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast, episode 261. I use ChatGPT for the titles, and I love sometimes it comes up with some great ones. It was like, Uber, we care about drivers. Also, Uber blocks helpful apps. And that's we'll talk about that tonight. Uber's blocking some third-party apps that some of us use on a pretty regular basis. So how's your internet, Larry?
It's picking up. It's doing better. So keep your fingers crossed.
Yes. Sweet. Yeah. Thank you for last week. And, well, you're here every week. And Gabe filling in for me where I was at my concert. Had a great time. I know we missed one button when we were starting the stream, but that's okay. You talked for 8 minutes. And then you had to do it again and pretend that you were laughing at all Gabe's jokes. And
just warming up, we put some professionalism and acting into it, some showmanship.
Yeah, for sure. Go to gigeconomyshow.com for everything podcast related. Thank you guys so much for the Patreon members. Samson from Grand Rapids. Where's my slide? Bud Dickman from North Carolina, Omar from Detroit, Delivery Cats from Michigan, Frank from Philly, Tom from Chicago, Jim from Connecticut, Miguel from GR, Linda from Tampa, Jerry Gillette from Kentucky, and Faith from Vegas. If you want to join the show or join the join the Patreon, go to patreon.com/the GigEcon podcast. There you get it. At the $7 tier, you get an extra podcast a week, which we will be podcasting at 8:10 p.m. tonight. If you want to join us there live, if you're a $7 tier. There's also a $3 tier. You get the pre-show banner and all that fun stuff. And it really helps us pay the bills because all this shit costs money. And it would be an honor for you guys to join the Patreon. So appreciate that. We also have a Telegram group where a couple of people have joined recently, Josh included. Thank you for that. And where we can talk to people. And Larry's going to talk about that.
Yeah, so our Telegram group's just the way we communicate. It's kind of like a texting app, except you can also do video or voice messages, which is really nice when you're out driving. You can do a voice message, or you can listen to voice messages instead of trying to read people's text. We get in, we have a lot of fun. We get to know each other a lot better. We talk about gig work. We talk about what apps are popping right now, any new apps that are coming out that we've tried. We bitch about bad customers, and we talk about those great unicorn rides that we used to get.
The multiplier surge.
The multiplier, yes. But yeah, join our Telegram and just jump in, get to know everybody, and you won't feel so lonely when you're out there doing gig work.
Absolutely. And everything that we talk about on the show, even the show links, the news stories, those don't come out till Monday. But all our links for the Telegram group, the Patreon, it's all in our description. So check that out. Josh said, what concert did I see? It was the Louder Than Life tour. So it's basically metalcore band. So it was Parkway Drive, I Prevail, The Devil Wears Prada. Who else? Killswitch Engage, which I did not like. I did not like them. What other one am I thinking of? Oh, Beartooth. And there were a bunch of other shitty ones that we didn't even go to. We came in late because we didn't want to sit there for like 8 hours for shitty bands. But no offense to them. Not that they're ever going to hear this. But so that was good. So yeah, go to TikTok and follow us. We're trying to hit 1,000. So I can stream normally through TikTok instead of just Larry and I. That would be nice. So go to TikTok, search the Gig Economy Podcast. Stories from the road. Larry, I'll let you go first because I know you got a lot of them.
Yeah, I don't. This summer has been the summer of taking off. I've been busy with schoolwork and stuff around the house. You can't see it because I've got the virtual background on, but we've redone the man cave up here. My wife painted it. We flipped the room. Everything was on one side, pretty much on the other side. We're getting ready to put in a sectional up here, and
nice
stuff's still kind of out of whack. So between that, and then we also went out of town this weekend. We ran down, made a quick trip down to Hotlanta. Just went on Saturday, went to the aquarium there, which is really great. I can't recommend the aquarium there enough. It's fantastic. They have Only place I think in the United States that has whale sharks in their aquarium, which are humongous.
Yeah.
And also big manta rays. They had 3 manta rays in there with them. And then Sunday we got up, went to Stone Mountain, Georgia, which Stone Mountain, a lot of people don't know about it. It's the biggest standing piece of, I guess what they call it, granite in the world. It's 800 feet of it is above ground, and then it goes below the ground like 3.5 miles, and then it's underground. It goes like 2 miles one way, 3 miles another way. But you see 800 feet of it. And then they've done a carving on there, kind of like Mount Rushmore, but it's Confederate generals. So,
oh Jesus, oh man,
this is done a long time ago. But anyway, they have hiking trails around there, a lot of good stuff like that. But yeah,
very cool, very cool. Well, we'll be looking forward to you getting back and doing some gig work.
Students are coming back. I'm actually going to go out tomorrow night. It'll be my first Thursday out in a while. Okay. I'm getting the reminder from Octopus tablet. Your tablet has not been active.
Yeah, but you can just pause it or go on vacation.
I know I do.
I
forget.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I think some of the students will be back. Athletes always come back early, and a lot of sororities and fraternities come back a little early. Start doing their rush activities. So looking forward to getting back and seeing some my frequent riders again.
Yeah, is this like the longest stretch you've ever gone without doing gig work? Like, I mean, I know you've done a little bit here and there, but
yeah, I have done a little bit. Now, probably the longest stretch since I started doing gig work was probably after my wreck.
Oh, really?
From the pig.
Yeah, because you didn't have a car for a while,
right?
Like a long while, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit. It was several weeks anyway.
Okay.
And then, even when I got the car, I wasn't eager to jump back in.
Well, that's tough. That's a little like, traumatic. I mean, that's just
yeah. I mean, in town's not bad. I still, when I'm on the interstate and I look up and there's an 18-wheeler behind me, still don't like it. I will switch lanes.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That stuff sticks with you.
It does. It really does.
For sure. I actually I've been doing gig work, and the story I want to talk about tonight is really not a story, but I think it's a cool perspective. I took a Lyft this past weekend, and I took it there and back. I volunteered at another concert, Upheaval, which is another metal one. There's just different kind of bands, but the parking is a disaster where it's at. So I thought, I'm gonna take an Uber. I say I'm gonna take an Uber. Well, I go to Uber and Lyft's cheaper. It by like $3, and I'm like, I know it doesn't sound like but I'm gonna tip the driver too. You know what I mean? So it's gonna save me some money. So here's some screenshots. It's just interesting to look at if you take a little time. One thing I'm pointing out here, it says billing reminder: you will now pay once at the end of the day for all your rides you took. So I'm guessing it pings your card just to make sure you have money, but then at the end of the day it actually finally goes through. So I thought that was kind of cool. And this lady's name, I couldn't pronounce it. She was not talkative. Very nice. And then this thing I thought was kind of cool, and maybe we talked about this, I don't remember, but you can add a rider. Even though you're on a ride, you can send another driver to pick somebody else up. So
nice.
I didn't know if we've ever talked about this, but it popped up, and I'm like, okay. I mean,
because you used to not be able to do that.
No, I didn't think so. I mean, you were kind of locked in.
Because I was on a ride one time, and I was trying to send one for, I think it was one of our kids.
Yeah,
and it would not let me do that.
Yeah, I think it's a great feature. To be able to add another one, because you never know, like, oh my God, you fucking left me or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, hey, I got you. Like,
yeah, I'll send one your way.
I think it would be a little clunky though, because most of these apps like grab your GPS to know where you are and stuff like that. So I didn't actually obviously go through it to see, what the process was, but I just thought that was kind of cool. Yeah. And then what other picture do I have in here? I don't know why I had that one. Maybe request a second ride, maybe. And it says it's new, so I bet we haven't talked about it and didn't see it in the news. So, but yeah, it says it's new right there. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. The first ride was with this gal, and she was fine. There was no problem. Did not have the air on, but turned it on when I got in. So at least for that, I think there's the myth out there that says that if you don't use your air, you save gas. But Mythbusters busted that myth.
Yeah.
So it's not a thing, but it's one of those. I don't think it's the Mandela effect, but that's if you think you've seen somebody in something else. But I don't know why people just continue to do that.
Yeah, I mean it's if I'm driving, I'm on it. I'm going to want it to be cool when I'm in there.
Yes,
regardless of whether I have a rider or not. And yeah, if I'm trying to save pennies by turning off the air, then yeah, I probably need to be looking at doing something.
Yeah, I got bigger problems, right? I shouldn't be doing gig work.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the value, even if it does, even let's say it does, and you're saving pennies an hour. Let's say 2 pennies an hour, if that.
Whatever.
It's not even worth it. But she turned it on right when I got in, and then the second guy, I was just chatting with him on the way back, and he was cool, and we're talking. I was like, "Hey, I got to shoot my shot. I'm." I host the Gig Economy podcast. He's like, yeah, I think I've heard of that. And I was like, all right, well, check us out on Wednesday. So, I thought that was kind of cool. He had been driving for a while.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no real stories on that other than it's really nice to take it as a customer to kind of,
Sure.
Shit, this is interesting.
Yeah. I actually, when I was in Atlanta, I looked for Waymo cars. And if we were going to go anywhere, we were going to take one. But by the time we got out of the aquarium and everything, we didn't even eat till like 9:30.
Wait, you had the opportunity to take one and you didn't?
We did not. We did not because we didn't go anywhere.
I would have been like, take me to the Speedway.
If I was not so hot and tired, you
were cranky. You were ready.
We had to wait like an hour and a half to get in the aquarium. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh,
so many people there.
Oh, no, I don't wait that long. I don't wait for shit like that. Like if I, even like going to an amusement park now, I'll do it, but like, God, I'm fussy.
Yeah.
I might buy the fast pass or whatever just to skip by everybody. The Gig Economy podcast will be back after a quick break.
Should I be excited or afraid of AI? The answer is yes. It's both.
Things are going to look so different in the next couple years. You will not be ready for the disruptions that are going to come. I'm Jeff Nielsen, host of Digital Disruption, the go-to podcast for technology leaders.
Our generation's conflict, I think, is going to be emotional, not economic.
The companies that are going to win are the ones that have a couple of characteristics.
Stay ahead of the curve with Digital Disruption. Available now on your favorite podcast platform.
But as soon as they come live in Nashville, I will go down and take a ride for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Bubba Sue says AC is actually cheaper due to the aerodynamics. I don't know if that is. I never watched the Mythbusters episode, so
I think that's true because of the drag on your car when you have the windows down.
Yeah, that does make sense because all the air's going in and out, and it does make sense. And if you want to save gas, just tailgate a trucker. I mean, honestly. You don't even have to tailgate. If you get close enough, then shit will go right over you. So,
yep, that is true.
Yeah. All right. The gig economy in the news. Larry, okay.
You threw me for a loop, man. You moved
I'm sorry.
my keys.
I forgot to warn you about that. For whatever reason, I go to edit on the dock and I find a replace. And so I did that and then it put you first. And I'm like, I'm too lazy to change this tonight. So Larry's going first.
That's all right. That's no problem, man. I don't mind at all. But I was looking through and I'm just always used to looking at the even numbers. When I look down there, I'm like, oh, wait a minute here.
Oh, so you're looking at the numbers. You don't look at the colors. The colors don't. That's
Not
interesting.
Really.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, so we just focus on different things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I looked at it and I was like, okay, we're mixing things up. I
get
it.
Hey, you know what? Next week you're running the board. We're going to be doing every other week. I wasn't going to make you do it coming back this week because
it's good to do, man. It really is because doing it once a year, you're like, I'm old. I forget everything.
No, and there's no hate on you. And in fact,
I know.
I would have done the same thing. I forget shit. I mean, I did my last show or the one I do by myself. I forgot to hit record on the fucking board.
Did you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I just ripped the audio, which isn't
Right.
as clear as I would like, but you
Yeah.
know, I've done this 1,000 times and I still forget. So
It happens.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. All right. So yeah, our first story, we're talking about rideshare drivers. We're hearing a lot and reading a lot of stories and seeing a lot on message boards about rideshare drivers using apps, that to kind of help them cherry pick their rides. And we talk about it all the time. Cherry pick your rides. The way they've changed everything, it makes it, if you're just going to take every ride they throw at you, you're not going to maximize your profits. But now Uber and Lyft are starting to kind of push back on them. And, they're warning about people using apps like Maximo and Maestro and GigU, which kind of weed out, you set a limit of what you want to take or what you're willing to take.
yeah, parameters.
I know you've used these apps for a long time. And you set your parameters of what you'll accept. You can do distance, you can do price. I think, all sorts of parameters you can set on there. But Uber and Lyft are warning. They're saying, these are against our terms of service. You're liable to be, you're liable to be banned from driving for Lyft or Uber if you continue to use these. Lyft said they haven't really banned anybody yet, but they don't say that they won't. But it's so funny. They talk about it in this article how these companies, especially Uber, when it first started out, it was seen as this big, technology disruptor, taking over the taxi company, taking on the taxi companies and breaking all the rules and local rules.
Yeah.
And they talk about this and forget about this sometime. They even had Uber had a project that was named Grayball that they used for years, that it was a fake version of their app that they would give to Apple, because their real app would not meet the standards to be on the App Store.
No way.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. So now they're the ones who are cracking down on these apps,
Right.
I know they sued GigU, app called GigU, which launched here in May. They got sued by Uber over in Brazil.
I don't know GigU.
I don't either. I have to investigate that one. But it did. Yeah, it said it launched here in May. So again, Uber says using any automation tools, apps, or bots to manipulate the Uber app or access Uber data is not allowed in any way. So, yeah, give us your perspective. As like I said, I know you've used a lot, a couple of these apps at least for quite a while.
Yeah, I've used Maestro back in the day before it got bought over. And in fact, I think Maestro was actually a fucking sponsor for a while.
Yeah.
But then they kind of flaked on me. I found it very clunky. It didn't work very well. And then, of course, Gary's apps with Maximo and Driver Utility Helper, those work great. I mean, I've had issues with it, of course, but Gary's always on top of it. There's a lot of moving parts in that stuff. And these apps like Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, they're changing it constantly. And if it gets changed, then Gary's got to change it. Like,
right.
It might break one of your parameters. But I don't feel like it violates terms of service, because it's basically just affecting your acceptance rate, right? That's all it's doing. It's making it easier to decline or accept the rides. And according to these apps, right, you can, acceptance rate doesn't matter. Now, I get it back when Para, if you remember Para, they had that where they were able to see the tips in the background. That starts getting a little saucy, gray area as far as okay, now you're kind of pulling information out that no one else can see. But on these other apps, you're able to, that's all it's doing. It's just declining and accepting for you without having to touch your phone. So what's the big freaking deal? You know what I mean? I don't understand the problem with it, but I'd be interested to see people that actually are getting banned. I mean, I'm not worried about it until I'm getting real world experience where a person in Michigan or Grand Rapids or whatever gets banned.
Right. Right now, it's just kind of a all talk right now.
And I do need to. I would love to have Gary's input in regards to is he worried about getting shut down, and because I'm sure he makes, good money on it. I mean, and it's affordable.
Sure. And it's got to be, it's got to be at least in the back of his mind, if not the front of his mind.
Yeah. Gordon said GigU CEOs were both on rideshare rodeo last week. Great interview. Great. That has not dropped in my podcast player yet. So I'll have to check it out. The GigU is definitely something from, or at least the creators are from overseas, because everything's in, like, the videos I'm seeing is in kilometers, and like the money is a little different, which is, it doesn't matter. I mean, at all. Yeah. I'm just saying that's not from somebody from the States that have worked on it. The only caveat on all these is you got to have an Android phone. Maestro will work on iOS, I guess. I don't know. That's got to be a fucking disaster. I mean, iOS is so strict on stuff.
Yeah, they really are. And so if you have an iPhone, most of these apps will not work for you.
And Gabe says, I can't add any more apps to my phone. I'm overloaded with different noises. Yeah, earlier this week, I'm going to talk about it on the Shift Hustle show on Monday, but we were talking about an app, and then he's like, oh, yeah, I have the app. He turned it on, and then he's like driving, and then all of a sudden he hears a random fucking ping. He's like, what is that? He's like, oh, shit, that's from that app. But yeah, we'll talk about that app on Monday. It was kind of fun.
Yeah. Gordon said they're from Brazil.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter. It was just curious. But yeah, my opinion is that I think those apps are great. I don't think they violate terms of service, but I don't read the terms of service either. So it could be.
I mean, who can? I mean, they pop it up when you're going out to go work a shift. Work one day.
Yeah,
and it pops up. Before you can work, you got to agree to this. Who's going to sit there and read through all that while you're sitting in your driveway waiting to take off when you're busy. You want to get out there and make some money.
Wouldn't it be so fun? Now, wouldn't be fun, but I mean, it would be a riot. The next time they come out, I'll print them out and I'll do a live stream and I'll read the whole fucking thing. And
I'll download. Yeah, I usually download it so I can, bookmark the page so I can. Thanks, Pete. I usually bookmark it so I can read it later. Not, but I've already usually already agreed to it because I'm wanting to work.
Well, yeah, we want to work.
Yeah, but I know there for a long time they always have something in there about how you can opt out of the arbitration, and for many times I've done I've followed the instructions to do that, to opt out of the arbitration.
Yeah, Bubba Seuss, are you talking about me reading it live? You shut up. You'd be here. You'd be in here commenting. I'd be like reading it. I'd be like
It'd probably be your one.
Yeah, I'd be 3 hours in, and then she comments about something. I was like, "See, I told you you'd be watching."
Hey, that's what Mr. Beast used to do. He used to do videos of it, like him counting from 1 to 1,000,000.
No, like early on.
Yeah. That's how he started out. He would do stuff that just took it just took forever to do, and people would tune in. And different stuff like that.
Well, it sounds dumb, but it actually is kind of unique. Like, who's going to sit there?
Yeah, who's going to do that?
I mean, how long? Do you know how long it ended up taking him to do that?
Hey, I don't remember what number he counted to, but I'll look it up while you're doing your story. But and I'll look and see if I can figure out.
I wonder how long it would actually take. But
yeah.
All right, moving on. This is a crazy customer. Oh my God, I got to sneeze again. Woo!
Bless you.
Gordon says, just put in Chat GPT and have it give you the highlights. I got to give Faith a shout out because I use that shit all the time now. I rarely use Google. I go to Chat GPT. In fact, I need to put it on my front page because I have to swipe down and search for it because it's not. I need to put it down there right next to Google because it's.
Yeah. We use Microsoft Teams at work, and they put Copilot in there recently as a part of it, which is their version of Chat GPT. And so me and my coworker were messing around yesterday. We got to doing this, having it create some crazy things. And so I was telling him the one that Faith, I told him to do the one that, Faith mentions, like knowing everything you know about me. Tell me what kind of person I am, and don't hold back. And it came back with my coworker, just gave some crazy. And then it's like, would you like a poster? And it created like a little picture of him.
Yes.
It was fairly close to what he looked like, but he's never uploaded his picture or anything.
Oh, that's a little weird.
It is.
Yeah, I know. I just downloaded it for my son, And I actually had to look. And you can listen. I was like, can you get porno on ChatGPT? You know what I mean? And you can't.
No.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm good then. Like, and I'm going to let him do it. And he uploaded a selfie and it said, create a Simpsons character. And it freaking, it was wild.
Nailed it, didn't it?
Yeah. It only gives you 3 without the paid version. Like,
right.
For
Yeah.
photos.
That's what I was doing yesterday. Cause like and then he started messing around like this caricature made of him. And he's like, okay, use this picture and make a poster of me riding a T-Rex or something, and then add in my 5 IT coworkers and stuff. And it's so funny because half of them, like the guy, the little person that was on the dinosaur, was like melded into the dinosaur. Like how it messes up.
Yeah. Oh
stuff.
yeah. Well, one thing I think is cool, and I know Mo has talked about using this for like personal stuff. Once it gets like, once you give it your name and it starts figuring you out, like you can like legit have a conversation with them. The Gig Economy Podcast will be back after a quick break.
Please tune into my podcast, The Ruthless Truth, featuring me, Truth Davis. This is an opinion and teaching platform based on my unique life experience. I'm an inner city kid who ascended to the C-suite of a Fortune 100 company, so I've seen some things. In the most recent episode, I'll tell you if you are leadership material, or catch up on past episodes, including my momentous meeting with Steve Jobs that shaped the development path of the iPhone. Again, please listen to The Ruthless Truth with Truth Davis.
Oh yeah. There's many people nowadays that are using one version or another as almost their therapist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, now again, that data is it's like using Google. It's just more organized, really, if you think about it. I don't think you're getting anything different. It's just grabbing stuff from the internet and then putting it in a nice little package, I think. So anyways, Gary, real quick, we talked at the top of the show about these apps trying to kill Uber and Lyft trying to kill third-party apps. Have you heard anything about that? Have you gotten anything from these? I mean, I'm sure we would find out about it, but I was just curious what your thoughts are on that. I know you're only texting there, but yeah, I was just curious. All right, moving on. 28 minutes in, and we're on the second story, which is fine. It's totally fine. My type A, we'll deal with it. So this is a driver. What the fuck is this one?
So few.
Okay. So this is a video, and I realized after I went and looked at the comments, this guy is speculating what it is because there's no audio. So we'll watch that, and then I will tell you what actually happened.
So few, as brutal as this. It's the late afternoon, and an unmanned security camera records a delivery person standing outside an apartment building in Castro Valley, California. A tenant emerges, wanting a word. The 67-year-old woman is apparently upset after receiving notification that her package had been delivered, when in fact, it hadn't. And when she asked the same delivery person about it 15 minutes ago, she was told she'd get it soon. The two women then engage in a heated back and forth, which apparently sets the delivery person off. The delivery person unleashes a hail of fists on the customer, finishing with an uppercut to the face, directly to her nose.
Okay, so I only watched the beginning of it, and then when I watched the full thing, I was like, Jesus criminy, like, so, I went to this, I pulled this off Facebook, Pete, finisher. So I don't know if this is true or not, but it said the customer came out if the package said was delivered and asked DSP driver where it was, and she said she would have it soon, so she waited in the lobby for 15 minutes and still didn't have her package. So she went out to ask the DSP driver again, and the driver said something about white privileged lady, and customer said, you don't have to be a bitch. That's when the property manager said happened per the article.
Ooh.
So both of them were on, but that driver, I mean, you can't, I mean,
You
she
do
went.
that. Yeah.
I was thought like maybe there's some racist stuff or something happened, but yeah, you can't do that. But she knows how to fight, that lady. That lady's a scrapper.
Yeah, she's definitely not someone you want to mess with.
No, and obviously it was probably
goodness.
during COVID because the driver was wearing a mask on.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of a dead giveaway. But yeah, don't hit if you're delivering packages and someone calls you a bitch.
Just walk away. Yeah,
Or at least if you're gonna say something, just say some words. Don't fist fight.
There's no reason to beat the crap out of them.
Right. Next, Larry. It's customer service again, and I feel like, Larry, we need to start a thread with these.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, this has got to be. I don't have any Waymo tonight, but like I feel like
it's getting to be like the Waymo.
I know it's just this AI
really
bot
is.
shit. So
yes, it is. And just before we start, it took Mr. Reese 40 hours to count to 100,000.
And he did it straight.
Did it straight.
Well, he had to
hours.
take pee breaks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure you have to.
You have to.
do that.
He doesn't have a thirsty goose. That came out after his video.
That's
so.
right. I mean, he could have had homemade thirsty goose. And that was in, I think, what they say, 2017.
But seriously, that's what, now I don't think that would survive now. But like back then, they're like, this motherfucker is going to count to a million.
He's crazy. Yeah.
He's crazy.
People are going to check back in to see if he's still going.
Oh,
If
yeah.
they see it, they're like, oh, wait a minute. This guy surely he's not going. Like 3 hours later, it's like, dude, he's still going. The next day you wake up, damn, he's still going. I'm going to have to watch the end of this.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you keep checking back so he gets more views. Have you heard anything about Beast Games 2? Are they coming out? Are they working on it already?
Yes, they are working on it.
They are working on it. Okay.
Yes, they are.
I'm excited for that.
Okay, so yeah, this is a Reddit post, and the poster said, earlier today I had a poor experience with Uber. My driver didn't arrive in the vehicle that was listed in the app. When she did get there, she missed my exit on the highway and then came to a complete stop while we were on the highway and waited for cars to pass so she could drive over to the left lane and turn around instead of just turning around at the next exit. She also wasn't stopping at stop signs, so I decided to report it, and her original message to Uber went into detail about this experience and the car she was driving. And so this is Uber's response. So it says,
just read the second paragraph.
Yeah, we're starting to hear about the difficulty with the price of the trip. We can confirm that you were charged $17.82, which matches the estimated price range shown to you before you requested the trip. As a result, no changes are needed. And then, the other one. Also, we've created a separate thread for another team, as you mentioned that your driver missed an exit. So this is what's going to happen with AI, chatbots. You're going to have stuff that doesn't have any relevancy to what you're asking about or what you need help with. Sometimes they can get it right, but a lot of times they don't.
I feel like ChatGPT could do a better job than that.
Yes, they probably could.
If you look at, like, she says on the next picture, I never said anything about the price of my trip. Did you read what I wrote? I'm concerned about my driver not arriving, blah, 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 just like you said. And she says, that's what I'm reporting. And then it goes back and talks about, again, the price. And it's like,
sorry. That's obviously they're not, again, we always thought, okay, this is somebody who doesn't English is their second language. But at this point, I mean, there's nothing that even hints about the price.
Yes.
Of the trip.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I literally, we should try to have this conversation in ChatGPT and see what it responds back with. Like, I mean, it would probably do a better job.
The bar's pretty low.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I get I'm fine with the bots. Like, in some bots with customer service I go to, they're fine. They work out. And I would say 8 out of 10 times I don't get my answer from the bot, but 2 times out of 10, sometimes I get my answer. Right. But they're not like that. They're accurate at least. Yeah.
And it's not just unrelated because we deal with them. The chatbots at work, we do Dell warranties on, requesting warranty work on our computers, and they always send you to chat, and it's always the chat bot first, and then they'll usually take a little bit of information, and they're usually on point. I mean, and then they'll be like, okay, now I'm transferring you to an agent so they can.
I get they're collecting data to speed up when you actually talk to a human. I get what it says. Pete in the chat is victim blaming, and I don't like it very much. But he does have a good point. What if they were in the wrong? Like, there's so many different things to report. Yeah.
But
it
Uber
still
usually
should pull
doesn't
it
make it easy to find. Like, I know when how many times have we gone to report like a driver, threw up in my car, a driver left something, and they've changed where it's at, and sometimes it's not in there. It's just not in there, and so you just have to click on a general one and say, okay, this is what happened, and they change that stuff so much and make it hard, so hard to find.
Of course they do, but shouldn't the technology be able to grasp that and say, oh, we're clearly not talking about.
There's some key words in there that it's easy to figure out what they're talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Know that it doesn't have anything to do with the price of the ride.
No, it doesn't. Yeah. I'm going to briefly talk about this. I don't still have a lot of information, and I haven't. I didn't upload the screenshot like a fucking idiot. I still don't have a ton, and I want to watch Mo's stream. She had the tax lady that she's had on before, but the no tax on tips. This was shared from Gabe. I think this is Instacart. As you may have seen, federal lawmakers recently passed a law that will provide certain independent contractors with new federal tax deduction for tips. We were proud to advocate in strong support, including Instacart shoppers, in the provision and help secure this important victory for app-based workers. As this moves to final rulemaking in October, they still need to confirm the final list of eligible occupations. So it doesn't look like it's 100% sure, but do you have any information on this at all? Do you have, or are we both like out of the blue on that?
I haven't heard a whole lot about it. The little that I've read in the rideshare forums, most people think it's going to end up applying to gig workers, but again, if we're going to talk about it in depth, I'll definitely have to do some research.
Yeah, maybe we'll spend some time next week.
There'll be a Patreon episode.
Yeah, it could be something like that. But I need to spend some time like watching Mo's expert on there and stuff like that. Gary, everyone claiming they advocate. Well, of course.
Everybody's going to take credit.
Of course. It's not just I think it's $25K. I mean, you ain't making $25K on tips. Like, I mean, even Gabe with the amount of work he does, I don't think, maybe he's making $25K on tips, but I don't know. What do you say? You got a sus look on your face.
No, $25K. I mean, that's a pretty good chunk.
Well, he's full-time worker though. I mean, none of us are going to do that.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about me. Yeah, I think Gabe could do it for sure. He's full-time and he grinds it out and makes good money at it.
Yeah. So it definitely, I think it's $25K, but obviously we're not experts at anything, except bitching at Pete. All right. Larry. You should put a little caveat before you talk about this one too. Isn't that like against the law? You can't talk about like investing stuff, or you have to be like, we're not professionals or something like that.
Yeah. So we're not financial advisors.
Yeah. There you go.
None of this can be considered as advice of what to buy, not to buy. This is just commentary on information that we have come across.
They're perfect.
So take it for what it's worth.
Yeah, perfect.
There we go. So this article is from Yahoo Finance. They're talking to some of their financial people that are recommending buying Lyft stock. Uber stock has done well.
Yeah.
Lyft stock not so much, but this is this is their reasoning. They give a couple reasons why they think that Lyft is good, or a good stock to buy right now. They're talking about, Uber has, multiple business like ride sharing, food delivery. Lyft pretty much focuses just on US and Canada ride sharing. So they have a lot of room for growth. They do partner with DoorDash. So, if you link your Lyft account with your DoorDash account, you can enjoy some benefits, some reduced prices, things like that. Lyft is also, trying to make some changes to go after particular demographics. They have a Woman Plus Connect, which allows female riders to have female drivers if they want. It also has Lyft Silver for senior citizens, which is geared toward providing vehicles that are easy to get in and out of for older people. They also have live phone support. Of course, as we'll talk later in the podcast, Uber they tend to copy each other. So if one of them comes out with one of these things, and if it works out pretty well, the other one's going to copy it. Let's see. They're also partnering with May Mobility, for their driverless services in Atlanta. So that's another option people are going to have in Atlanta for the autonomous cars. The second thing they talk about is Lyft's growth. I think is very impressive here lately. In quarter one of 2025, Lyft set new quarterly records for the amount of drivers and rides taken. They said the bookings were up over 13% year over year, and that's the 16th straight quarter of double-digit growth for them. Also, they're heading into profitability. Company, we used to talk about it. Both of these companies, Uber, Lyft, used to just burn through cash just as fast as they could. But their new CEO, David Reicher, started back in 2023. He's kind of turned the ship around, and they now generate positive cash flow. As the first quarter, it's generated $920 million in free cash flow over the past year. And the third thing, they talk about, Lyft stock is dirt cheap.
Yeah.
It trades. It really is. It's just, I don't even know what it's going for right now, but I think it's
it's $14.
$14 is what it is
I
now.
think I clicked on it and I was just looking at the article, $14.73.
Yeah. So, they think with the profitability and the different markets that it's getting into and things like that, they think it's a good buy at that price right now. So again, this is not financial advice. This is just us talking about this story of people on Yahoo Finance and what they think about Lyft right now.
Well, it is interesting as I'm looking at it, and it was really down in April, and then it had a huge spike in May, and then it stayed relatively consistent to that. To between, obviously in May it was 17,
May and July, yeah,
and then it's back down to kind of the average it's been for a while. But one thing I have to comment on this, you didn't bring up, and which is totally fine. I was looking at it, but it's the key points. The first point is bullshit because it says Lyft is carving out its niche in the market by offering differentiated products and services. Really? Yeah. You talked about the silver and stuff like that, but that's not going to put them on the map.
Right. And again, it's things that I think one of our later articles talks about Uber, doing the same thing as the Women Plus Connect. So they don't, it's very hard for them to differentiate themselves with things like that, because if it's successful or it looks like it's successful, the other company just adopts it and offers the same thing.
Yeah. I do have a little Lyft stock. Typically I don't here. Buy. What I do with my stash is I look when I'm ready to buy. I do $5 a week. I go in there and I'm like, all right, who's a little cheap right now? They've had a bad day. Mm-hmm. They've lost. I was like, okay, I'm buying them. But I usually start when it's at the negative percentage, but I never get down to Lyft because it's always way down there. So I literally have $5 of stock, and I think I've lost every time. So, but
yeah. So comments from our listeners is they're dead against it.
Well, if you have a little extra money, they always do say buy low, sell high. Yeah. Gary did. He sold. I don't know how much he had, but he sold when it jumped up to $20 roughly. And
Gary said it's Lyft stock's never a good stock to buy. Bubba Sue, don't waste your money. Lyft's the bottom feeder of gig work.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. Well, what do you buy instead? In that, do you just stick with Uber? Again, you want to buy cheap. If you just look at the mentality that you're buying when it's low, but it's been low for a long time. It's not been great. And I don't even know what Uber's at. It's probably, Uber. Let's see. Let me click on it. Yahoo's site's pretty nice. Oh, they're at $89.94.
Yeah.
So they're doing pretty good. Then DoorDash, I think, is $250 or something like that. It's some insane number. $240. Okay, I was pretty close, but yeah, that's high. So, all right, I guess no one wants to buy Lyft stock. Jeez, we try to give you this not advice to buy low, sell high, and you guys are all negative.
That's all right. When we go on our Caribbean cruise on the Lyft stock that we sold.
Gary's like, if you buy Lyft, keep in mind it's a pump and dump. Yeah, like your high school career, right? Oh,
Ba-boom.
Oops.
Wait,
what? Right
in the news.
Wrong one. It was right next to the other one, so I quickly did it. Josh, like, send me the money and I'll put a bet in and give you a better ROI. All right, next week I'll give you $5. You see if you can return better for me.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, another AI nightmare. This one I think again is with Uber. No, that's not it. Which one is this? Oh no, this is just an asshole dasher. This is first the dasher speaking. I'm not going to serve homeless people in this rain. Cancel the order. I won't bring it to you. If you don't have money, you should make coffee at home. Customer, homeless people, what the F? I'm reporting you to DoorDash. Dasher, accordingly, you have to pay it if you want your order to be delivered or you will suffer from hunger. Okay. And then customer, how can someone be homeless and order from DoorDash? It was already paid, and you can't order if you don't pay first. You should not have chosen the order if you didn't want to deliver it. Ta-da!
There's an epiphany.
Yeah, there are Dasher. There are too many such bad orders coming in every day. I'm not going to bring that $3 is ridiculous. So it sounds like the person even tipped, right? I would guess. I don't know. So yeah, I don't have any Waymo in the news. I know we played the sounder. I know everyone got excited because we thought we had Waymo in the news, but unfortunately we don't. If you ever see any Waymo in the news, meaning like, I don't care about the news. I want shitty driving Waymos. That's what we're going after. Feel free to send it to us. Tag me on social media somewhere like Josh does. Really appreciate that. Okay, Octopus tablet. If you do not have this tablet in your car, I don't know why. If you're driving rideshare around, because that is. Although I'm not hearing myself on TikTok either. Although I wouldn't hear myself, right? I'm stupid. Anyways, I got to turn this down. Anyways, you'll start talking. It'll mess me up. Sorry. Go to a link in our description, and you can get the tablet for free, and you get everything for free. Everything's great, and you can earn up to $100 a month. Passengers love it. Just don't link your Uber account. Other than that, it's a great service to have. It's small residual income, but it's gonna save you more money than turning your air conditioner off while you're driving around in hot Atlanta.
You know what? Get the tablet, and then you can turn your air on and leave it on. You don't have to keep switching.
Yeah,
it
there
off.
you go. That
you have enough money to pay for the air.
Your tablet can pay for the air. That's wild.
Definitely. Oh my gosh! But yeah, so we need people to subscribe on TikTok so we can stop streaming this Yankee way.
Yeah. Is that what your comment was? Is that a saying? The Yankee way is like.
Yeah.
I never heard of that. I know what a Yankee is.
Janky.
Oh, janky. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Larry. I grabbed this TikTok for you. It's very short, but it's uploading. There we go. And we'll just watch it because you love drones and you're a nerd.
I do. So yeah, the title of it's like the perks of living close to a delivery station.
Yeah, and the comments are just off the chain because it's all drivers like, oh, God forbid I lightly, because sorry for the audio listeners, it drops and then it blows. Like it drops from 15 feet.
Yeah.
And then it ends up getting blown from the blaze or whatever. But the comments, God forbid I lightly toss a package on someone's porch though. And then the second comment is, watch those HOA ban these deliveries. Third comment, and I get mishandled package for dropping a foot off the ground, but I get yelled at for sliding a package across the porch. So it's kind of funny how they
the rotor wash from the drone blows the package off the driveway.
Right. Yeah, it's so weird, but I think that's the future. It was pretty loud. It was pretty loud. That comment about the HOA is not far off, especially, they can obviously say, hey, in our community, we're not going to accept drone deliveries. If you do, you'll be fined. It's simple as that.
FHOAs.
Yeah, I know. They're terrible. I would never live in one. But, this is the future, y'all. We're going to get our shit drones.
Yep. That's the way it's
what are we at?
going.
54 minutes. Wow. Okay. The rest of we'll probably do this one, and then we'll do, you know what? Let's do year one. As we talk about AI till we're blue in the face. We'll say that for the Patreon. Let's talk about the one about the women driver preference, which this is where little brother was first and big brother followed.
Exactly. Yeah. And it happens sometimes, it's not often, but it does. So this article came out, said Uber adds woman driver and rider pairing option in new test. It says matches aren't guaranteed, but Uber says the setting increases the chance of riding with a woman driver. So yeah, it says it's giving women riders and drivers more ways to choose who they ride with. It's rolling out a pilot program that will allow women to opt into being matched with other women on the Uber app. It gives women riders the ability to request a woman driver and lets women drivers choose to pick up women riders. They're going to start testing in LA, San Francisco, and Detroit over the next few weeks. Again, it's something that they can opt in. They have the option when requesting a ride, if they reserve a ride in advance, or it's a preference they can turn on in their app settings. Again, it's not guaranteed, but it says the setting increases the chances of being paired with a woman driver. Again, this is, we talk about it. They just, they mimic each other. If one of them introduces a feature that works well or sounds good, then the other one's going to do it as well.
I wonder, I when they do these like new updates, why do they only they do an article and they are only testing it? Like something like this, don't you think they could just open it up, or are they worried in the smaller markets? Although that said it wasn't guaranteed, so you just don't guarantee it, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. That maybe they may be still trying to work out some of the technology kinks or something like that. It seems like they always, they rarely ever release something just right off the bat to everybody.
Well, I wish if they were just going to do it in the markets, just don't say anything. I mean, maybe they want to get a little PR, but I love that Detroit was included in one of the markets, because Michigan gets left out of a lot of stuff. Like when they're testing, it's always and Detroit's a big city.
Oh, I mean, Bowling Green, we're always on the cutting edge.
Oh, God. I mean, you can't even, what's the population of Bowling Green?
About 80,000.
Okay, that's a good size.
Yeah,
that's a really good size. Yeah.
I mean, we do have to, we have to pipe in sunshine. We're out in the boonies, but
right. I mean, you do have high-speed internet, so I mean, you've kind of made it, and you have the Corvette Museum. So,
what more can you
look at him? He's like, "Yep, come to Bowling." That's why when we all got together, we went to Bowling Green and not Nashville.
Hey, that was my suggestion.
I know. Well, it was a good suggestion.
I was trying to make it good for you guys. With it being summer here, downtown would have been very dead. And
but still,
we would not have had the fun we would have had.
But honestly, I love hanging out at home and having fun and
if we ever do want to do Bowling Green sometime, we could do it for sure here. And one night, I'm sure we could all eat dinner.
Well, next year we're doing Clearwater. We've already I think we've all, and Larry loves Clearwater like I do. So,
Clearwater, Dunedin, St. Pete, that whole area down there is just sweet. Man.
It's great.
It is nice. Although I don't know why we're going to go. We're going down in the summer. I don't know if that makes much sense, but
why?
Because it's 8,000 degrees.
Well, it's 8,000 degrees here. We got a heat advisory tomorrow. It's supposed to be 105 in the index.
That's what it was here today.
Yeah,
105.
Florida's not going to be much hotter than that, and at least we'll be by water.
Hopefully, yeah. That's the plan.
yeah, for sure.
It'll be great. It'll be fun.
So tonight, Patreon 8:10. You still have 11 minutes to join. At the $7 tier, you can join us live. We're going to talk about DoorDash loses its challenge to Uber lawsuit, and then we're going to talk about Uber going all in on robotaxis, and then one other thing that Faith shared I thought would be good for the Patreon. So Pete says, I ate at a steak joint in Bowling Green once, Montana Grill.
I've eaten there many times, Pete.
Is it good?
Yeah,
well, many.
Bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Where are we talking for a steak? What's is it, a la carte? Or?
Yeah, gosh.
I mean, is it more expensive than Texas Roadhouse?
It's probably along
similar.
par with that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Probably on par with that.
Yeah, I love steak. God,
I mean, we have a lot of restaurants here. You're not
Do
going
ya?
to go away hungry in Bowling Green. We used to have more fast food restaurants per capita than anywhere, I think.
All right. Don't you have like an obesity problem there too?
We're the Ozempic capital of the United States. No, that was in the. I'm serious. That was in the New York Times.
I don't doubt it.
No, they did. They did a story and they interviewed doctors here, and I forget all the reasoning about it with the prices and this and that. But Bowling Green, Kentucky, we are number one as far as per capita people using Ozempic.
Before the Ozempic came out, I swear I read an article at one point that there was something with the obesity thing. Like I'm not talking shit. I'm fat as fuck,
Right.
but I'm just saying I remember something about that a long time ago. Like that it was a struggle down there, but
Yeah.
it's all that sweet tea, yo.
Yeah. Hey,
It's
you got to have something.
It's so delicious. So
It is.
delicious.
It is for sure.
All right. So any plans for the weekend as we wrap it up?
This weekend, not really. My wife's cranking up, getting ready to start her new position, so she's going to be pretty busy. So I may actually go out and do some rideshare.
I will be
this
out doing
weekend.
gig work this weekend too. I got a little volunteer gig Saturday
Okay.
morning, but for the most part, and I think I drive Sunday night for the old people. But Friday, Saturday, I'm kind of open, which is pretty
All right,
shocking
let's-
for me.
Well, let's raise some hell on Telegram.
Yeah, let's raise some hell. Come join Telegram for sure.
All right.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
As always, don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
We'll see you on the road.
Peace out.
Hey, good night.
This podcast is produced and edited by Hey Guys Media Group. Want to start a podcast? Check out heyguysmediagroup.com.